Okay, so here's the 2 beers and a puppy question that I think this is not a question you would ask a candidate or ask your staff member. This is a question you would ask yourself. And you could ask this about anybody that's currently on your staff, or particularly if you're looking to hire a new staff person. When you're looking at personality and trust issues, there's a lot of other things to look at, obviously, but when you're looking at personality and trust issues, here's 2 questions that I think you can ask yourself just to get a read on this. And I got this idea from a blog post I read a couple years ago by a guy named Ross McCammon. And he says you should ask yourself 2 questions. Okay, the first is, would you like to sit down and have a couple of beers with this person? Would you enjoy that? Now, I don't drink. I don't know if maybe you wouldn't have a couple beers, but maybe you'd have a couple Cokes or sit down over a meal. You get the gist. So would you have a couple beers with this person? And second question is, would you leave your brand new puppy with this person for the weekend? Okay, that has to do with personality and likability, and it has to do with trust. Okay, some people are going to be no and a no. No, you really wouldn't like to have a couple beers with them, and no, you wouldn't leave your puppy with them. And those are the people, okay, as you're interviewing people, those are the people you're going to want to avoid at all costs, because they're just going to be a thorn in your side. You're not going to enjoy working with them, and you're not going to trust them. Okay, so those are the no and no people, right? Sometimes there's going to be a yes and a no. They're people that, yeah, I'd love to hang out with them. I'd love to have a couple of beers with them, but I wouldn't trust them with my puppy for the weekend. Okay, so those are people that you're a little bit more cautious with. They can do the job. They would be able absolutely to do the job. Maybe you've got somebody on your staff now that is a yes and a no. They can do the job, but there's going to be some hiccups. And if they're on your staff, there probably are some hiccups. Okay, so those are the yes, no people. There's also going to be some no, yes people. No, I wouldn't want to have no thanks. I don't want to really go out and socialize too much with this person. But would I trust them with my puppy for the weekend? Absolutely. The no, yes people, those are the people that really, they're good people. They make the world a better place. They might not be your cup of tea personality-wise. You might not even really ever form a close friendship with them. But these are the people that might be no fun, but they might have some really great skill. And man, they can kill the job. They're just not going to be your best friend ever doing it. Just there's personality things or whatever, but they can really do a good job. So those are the no, yes people. And then finally, there's the yes, yes people. And man, these people are golden. These are the people, hire them. You got to look at other things too. But when it comes to personality and trust, if yes, I'd love to have a couple of beers with them, and yes, I would totally take my puppy over, and I would leave my puppy for the weekend, and I wouldn't have a care in the world because I trust them. The yes, yes people, those are the people that you love to have on your team. Now, personality is just one of the things that we here at Chemistry think you should have in order, alignment in order to find what we call a healthy long-term fit. There's got to be personality, but there's also, it's not just personality. Personality is one factor. There's also theological fit. They have to believe like your church believes. They have to hold the same theological convictions as you do. There's also skills and abilities. They need to be able to do the job that you need them to be able to do. They need to have the experience to do that. And then there's also culture and DNA. They need to fit your culture. They need to fit your team. They need to fit your community and your style, your philosophy of ministry. Those are just some of the things. And then that all fits into kind of why we call ourselves chemistry staffing. It fits into the chemistry piece of this. It's really trying to determine if these are the right people that at your church, they might be great people, but at your church, they could stand to be there and minister in a very healthy way for at least 5 years or more. Those are the golden candidates that we try to help you find. If there's a way that we can come alongside and help you during your staff search, or even with some of the issues that you may be dealing with your current staff, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to have a conversation with you and see how there's any way that we can help either in a new search or with your current staff at your church. Thanks so much for watching.